Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Two Exiles, One Portal. I am Mr. Coffee, joined by Casper, as always. What's up, buddy?
What is up?
I dropped a rod headhunter.
I saw that. I've been having a really bad case of FOMO lately. Everyone's been posting so much shit that they're dropping. It's like, oh, I got none this. Oh man, I just got two raw mirrors, and now you're like, oh, I got a raw hunt there hunt, and I'm saying here like, congrats, guys. It's fucking wonderful. It's wonderful. Like I'm
Good for
truly,
you.
truly, truly, truly happy, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, yeah. It does
Where's
make you a little
mine?
jealous. It makes you a little jealous. I think it's human nature, right? I think it's the competitiveness in you and just the eagerness of the game. But um, if your team is winning, you're winning. So it's it's
True.
it's it's something to be happy about and to push for. So it doesn't mean that you got to be the one that drops everything and all that stuff. So that's
It's
overall how I'm doing. I
I
guess
still
we should
feel.
say
I,
before we continue, if you like and want to support the channel, please subscribe. Uh, give us a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down. I don't know. Just press a button. Helps out. It's free. Doesn't cost anything to you. Helps us out a lot. Keeps us know you're listening. Keeps us know that you are interested. Keeps us motivated to keep recording. Giving you updates, weekly updates as much as possible as we go progress. Things move a little slow, so sometimes we, try to keep it as brief as possible. We don't want to flood your inbox. We know that you guys are listening and checking out other things, so we just want to give you a little 2 cents on what's going on. So yeah, that was the shameless plugs.
we're doing. We're doing good though.
We are doing
Like,
magnificent.
yeah, yeah.
I think.
Very good league for us.
Yeah, I think it's a good league for a lot of people.
Yeah,
I could be wrong about that one. I know there's a few
might
people on
be.
Reddit like bitching and moaning, but um, I think that's always going to be
And
a set population of that.
yeah, I
There.
think the changes in the mid league patch was really good. Like they addressed a lot of fucking problems. I'm having a lot
Is this the
less
one that
like
just came out now,
issues.
or
Yeah,
but
not
I,
like
I
now
thought
now,
that
but
we farmed last night after it came out, correct?
yes.
And I think we was making a determination of like this doesn't feel as good. But did that change something?
No, I wasn't saying that it didn't feel as good. I think our other person was saying that it he didn't feel like it was enough. I
Okay.
think that with the time investment that you put into the defend breach and the expanding breach, you're getting what it should be. It's not a mega time sink, and the loot from the fortresses are better, like just straight up better. Like, but that's because look how much time it takes you to clear a fortress versus the time that it takes you to do one of those small breaches. I think it's like the reward versus how much time input that you're putting is good. They did up the ground loot a little bit. I have been noticing that, although that could also just be kind of like a sign that I'm pumping harder and harder maps as I'm getting stronger and stronger with my character. I just got crit immune along with ailment immune. I'm wearing the headhunter, CI. Just really trying to like push the envelope with what I can do. I've been running into some mana issues, but that seems easily enough uh,
Yeah.
avoided.
I was considering. I am considering dropping my specters. Um,
Oh wow, that's actually
and
huge.
keeping the AG. Keep dropping this specters, and because I need to transition. I need to put in my So I definitely need to get a better helmet, right? And I need to get a Yeah. So I need to get a 3 link, and I could probably do it on my Tapuna with an Enlighten, so I can then be able to transition over Determination and Grace into that, take it off my chess piece. So there's a lot of different little things I need to do.
Optimize and
Yeah.
yeah.
And I just haven't gotten around it because like once you start that process, your entire build gets break a little bit, and then you won't be able to farm, and then you won't like right now everything functions, everything works at the bare minimum. I know you last night you asked me about the discipline. I haven't even modified it because it's working right now. Right, everything's
Yeah.
fine. I'm not dying like that. I'm about to actually level tonight. So if I take it out and I have to recolor my chess piece, then we have to go through that thing, and then I may be gone for like an hour and a half, maybe two. Like you don't know how long these things take.
Yeah.
So I'd rather do that on the off day, maybe where I got some time and there's no one online, and I just fiddle with that stuff.
Oh well, I don't know if you noticed, dude. I just had a tier zero drop. I'm gonna be online forever. Fucking GGG wants to know how to get people to fucking play. Drop me a headhunter. I'm on all league, bro. It happened last league. Fucking a mercenary was like, I'm gonna come into your map and challenge you while wearing a fucking mage blood. And I was like, all right, bet, let's go. I called a carry from TFT so fucking fast. I was like, I'm gonna get someone who's about to whip that ass. Oh my god, 2 good leagues in a row.
that's that's pretty good. Um, anything? So we covered that. What are we doing with party play? Tell the viewers a little bit. What are we working on?
Uh, with party play, we tried a couple strategies. With different varying numbers of people. We did a little bit of experimenting with the ambush scarab of containment. I personally don't think it's worth it. Because of just it feels clunky to roll all of the things manually,
Mm.
and when you're having that much invest, you want to roll as many of the boxes yourself that you do to maximize your return. Uh, just using a what do you call that? Like a mid budget ambush strategy, which here I'll actually tell you what I'm specifically using. Map device. All right, I am using one ambush as its servant, one hidden compartments, one potency, and two base ambush scarabs. My atlas is basically shrines,
And you
beyond,
run the craft, I would
and
imagine, right?
ambush. I do also run the craft, yeah. And then of course you pick up all the strongbox stuff. You pick up as much of the scarab drop rate that you can, and then I do the shrines just to make clearing a little bit faster, a little easier. I might actually drop that now that I have Headhunter, because yeah,
Does the
I end up
shrines
too
guarantee at least
zoomy.
one rare? Isn't there a mod that does that?
There is, but the main thing I've been doing it for is a covetous shrine, for basic like magic finding purposes. It that and buff effect,
Because I
additional
know there's when I
shrine.
look at the atlas, one of the reasons I
You
like to
can
pick
get
up the
one for
shrines.
guarded by magic.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
there's one that, and then there's like there's another one that says usually protected by stronger enemies, I believe.
It's shrines in your map have a 50% chance to be guarded by an additional pack of monsters. Shrines in your map are guarded by at least one magic pack.
Okay. Alright, so I'm thinking
So,
maybe something else.
yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not a bad set of nodes, and it can help you juice a little bit. But I'm kind of wanting to take them out and put them into explicit modifiers on maps.
Yeah, yeah,
So I could just so we could juice harder
yeah. No, no,
on
right,
the
no, yeah,
actual
yeah.
general map thing.
That's everything I see when it comes to juicing. That's where most people the route they go. So they pick up all the explicit modifier
Nodes,
things.
yeah,
They pick up scarabs. They make sure
scarabs.
they get the uh and then they'll sprinkle in strong boxes. They'll sprinkle in quant in the middle tabs. They'll take the
Yeah.
entire wheel, the two wheels in the middle,
Yep. Because the middle
and
gives quant and rarity
they
as
will
well.
take the
Three
diamond as
percent's
well.
worth. Yeah, yeah. They take because that's all scarab chance and explicit modifier chance.
Yeah.
Like it's it's one of those things where I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit ruining the fact that I haven't gone a little bit harder for my Atlas objectives at this point. I think I might actually work on that tonight. Just finishing that out. I'm at 102 points out of 115. Uh, I'm not gonna lie, that 13 points is kind of hurting.
Yeah. It's probably the unique maps that you're probably looking for. You probably have to buy the Val scouting reports.
That and from Maven invitations, I got the ones from all the Eldritch Pinnacle bosses. With the 6 out of 6 there. I have 5 out of the 11 of the Maven invitations, and then map, and then Atlas objectives. So I'm missing a fair amount, a fair few points.
Okay.
Oh, I'm also taking the 2 point invest on Nico nodes, packed with energy. It's so
Yeah.
good.
It's
Even
usually
though
never
they
a bad thing because it's right there. It's not like you have to go way out your map to grab it. Although depending on how you're pathing, you know, if you're if
yeah
you're if you are happen to be passing that way, it's usually a no-brainer. But if you're doing something else, typically is probably not the best route to go to. But I don't see many people going the left direction. They usually go the right direction. So
yeah. I think it's mainly because of Eldritch. Most people are just farming Eater.
yeah,
Um, you can see it in the prices of the implicit modifier thingies. I can't remember the embers.
I think he's such a easier. I think the modifiers that the Eldritch modifiers that the altars give are more better for Eater for mapping, truthfully.
I,
But I've heard the other way
maybe
around too for
yeah.
Elder.
It's build dependent. I personally think it's very build dependent. Like there are some builds that Eater mods were just ripping me. It didn't matter what I was doing, how much damage I pumped. It just they my build was just getting clapped by them. But the Exarch was just fine. I can run fucking those and just not care about which ones I'm picking. Some builds are immune to certain sides. Like
Mm.
I was playing one build that was basically just hard immune to everything that Eater things do. It's just like okay, cool. Guess we just no reason not to take all those. But it depends on what your build can do. Like if you can't deal with beyond mobs are cracked, guys. They're
Yeah.
they are not they're thick and they hit hard. They are really fucked up mods. But if you can or mobs, if you can kill them though, and hey, they just add more packs to your
Yeah,
map.
I mentioned this
More juice.
offline that especially for Breach, you don't like your build specifically, and maybe Hex's build, one of our new guys here, because he has KB. Uh, it you don't realize how thick the mobs are. You don't
Yeah, we're
realize
killing them so
until you start
fast.
playing a build that isn't deleting the entire map as quickly. Then you start realizing like, oh,
It's
okay.
kind of thick. It's
Like whenever
juicy.
I play with my side chick and I'm playing the slammer, I'm doing T16, breaches and all the fortresses, and I can complete them. But you can tell, like, I'm getting overwhelmed. I'm like, oh, I can't clear the same way that they clear. So you see that the difference of power creep and the difference of like mechanisms, and yeah, it's a different gameplay. It's something that you need to play around, and you do get spoiled a little bit um, when your carry as an Orbot can basically delete entire maps no matter like if something survives more than a second, it's like, oh, must be a really tough enemy where
Yeah.
most players wouldn't even be able to touch.
be like, why is that thing taking 5 seconds to kill?
And I've loosely kept track of how much you've spent so far in your build, and I'm pretty sure at this point right now you're reaching at the 100 div mark. Now I don't know if that's fair to say because your headhunter was a raw drop, but it's still value in and itself. So I
My
mean,
build's value is uh, 200 divs at this point.
yeah, that makes sense.
My wand alone is like 40 div right now. My boots and my gloves are rocking 20, 30 div each. My ring is insanity, 30 div. I have good what do you call it? Crit reduction on my Aegis. I have it on my incandescent 6 link saintly mail, and I have a +2 AoE on my Ravenous Passion helmet. Like my build's pretty it's pretty beefed the fuck out right now. I'm also draw have like a fair amount in jewels. Yeah, yeah. My
Did
build's
you
kind
get
of
your
expensive
Forbidden
right
Flames
now.
yet?
No, because I can't fit them. I have no idea if I were to get them where the fuck I'd put them.
Mm,
And it's mainly because I'm doing the Storm Shroud tech to become ailment immune.
okay.
So if
I
I
mean, if you
drop the
don't need
Storm
them,
Shroud tech, I
it's not
could
something that is required, but it is a typical power creep that people
it would
pursue.
be really good. It would for me in particular, it would actually be really, really good. It would make my so right now because of the glove implicit and I haven't really like fucked with it. They're only -11% exposure. If I were to be able to get the Mastermind of Discord node via Forbidden Flame and Flesh, it a huge, huge damage upswing. Um, I wonder. Sorry, now I'm just thinking. But yeah. I don't know where to get it other than I saw an Abyss Jewel that had a total of 75% to avoid shock, but that bitch was like 50 something div. And I was like, that's really hard to justify for an Abyss Jewel to save me a jewel socket. And then I would still need to replace another one. Yeah, yeah. Well, the Storm Shroud would go. No, because the Storm Shroud yeah. I don't know. I could probably get it on like my boots. I don't know. Yeah, it's a lot. Tons of stuff left to do if I want to min max. I still have 2 levels to gain.
Yeah, that's at least that's where I'm at. I need to hit level 99 in order for me to tangibly do my next configuration. Until then, I'm kind of locked into what I currently have, and making any modification to it just kind of I'm just gonna hit that brick wall of like, well, you need some more skill points, and I'd
Yeah,
rather just wait to get the
yeah.
skill points before I actually undergo that process.
It's a rough space, especially when like early you were dying a fair bit until we made you CI, and then you're like, well, it's not gonna worry about it. And it's like, no. Super important that you level. You stop feeling progress, and your levels, like if you look at like how much you pay for like 5 ways and shit, dude, that's your levels are worth a lot. Your
Yeah,
levels are worth a lot. Those are that's free. Like, oh well, unless you pay for them, but it's free. It's like you need that shit. So, and most builds take into account like very strict passive point allocation. Like it's not, I've never been a build or followed a build or had a build where I'm like, oh dude, I just got 3 passive points. I just don't know what the fuck to do with. Like it's never. It's always a choice. Damn man, if I could squeeze one more passive point out of this, I could get another notable. Like, ugh.
yeah, and that's literally where I'm at right now. I'm like, I want to fit a cluster jewel, and all for me to do the pathing and then do the node, and it's like I just need points. There's no way around it, and I know that getting it will. Uh, my hope and desire is that I get it, and then it would fit my configuration where I can then fit that extra uh, one or two auras.
Yeah.
The irony in is that at this point it does feel like mid maxing because I feel like one, you're already outgrowing the need of Orbot a bit, and then two, other than the purpose of increasing content just in general party play, it feels a bit like mm, how much more or how much further should I take this Orbot? Like at what point
Believe it
should
or
I
not,
start
I've
investing
been
in its overall survivability? Because so far we haven't hit really like any substantial content that's like, oh shit, it's hurting. Do I what I do want to fit in is another damage aura for you. I definitely want to do that. Um, once I achieve that, I think at that point it's like, well, I think it's good. I think it's because it's mana reservation efficiency is you reach a point where you get diminished returns for every percentage that you add.
yeah.
And it no matter how much more percentage you squeeze and no matter how much it just removes it by like 20 more. It gives you 20 more mana. Like, it just doesn't do anything. um so you at one point, and for those of you listening, they're like, oh, well, why don't you just reserve your armor? Well, I'm CI, so there is a hard limit on what I can be able to do. There is a mechanism which I'm going to eventually look up once I get my levels, the Divine Blessings, using two different items. That is a possible avenue to add a high level aura on like a boost of sorts. But that would require me to make substantial changes to the overall setup. And I don't know if it's worth it. Like if it was still early in the league and we was trying to explore different avenues, then maybe. But this late in the league and the fact that nothing's really broken right now, we're farming most content until we reach that level of like, oh shit, we can't do this content because of whatever problems we're receiving. Then we'll probably address the problem then. But until then, I don't think that any dramatic changes needs to be made, at least in the
I have been
foreseeable
fighting that.
future.
I have been fighting the urge. So every time I tell myself, "Oh, I'm gonna stop spending money on this character. Oh, I'm gonna stop spending money on this character," I'll remember something and be like, "Man, if I could have that, this would be like just better." Like the critamine thing, dude. Doing the critamine thing like cost me. It cost me like a lot. It did. Getting ailment immune, I was like, oh yeah, I just thought about it one day. I was like, oh, he wouldn't need to run purity of elements, and we could run something else if I were just fucking ailment immune, and that would also make it safer for strong boxes. And I was just like, there's a whole bunch of like positives toward it. I was just like, oh, let me look at it, dude. That shit ended up costing me like 12 div at the end of the day, just with how many things I had to like tinily replace, make sure that like I had to ditch some abyss jewels, bring in new ones. Like it was just nightmare. And
Mm.
then I'm like, I hit a point where I was like, oh, I need levels. I need to go from 97 to 98. Like, there's no choice. I have to. I can't figure anything out. I have no other way of getting 10 decks. Like, this game is fucking ruthless at the high end.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. Looking at possible upgrades that I'm staring at as far as, what direction do I then now, like, do I upgrade my helmet? Like, do I, there are definitely possibilities out there. The problem is that you start reaching that level of like, well, everything costs, or everything has a potentiality of costing you, 20, 30, 40, 50 divs.
Yeah.
If you was to buy it. If you was to make it,
For and that is for like an interim piece sometimes. Where it's like, oh, that isn't exactly what I need, but it has most of what I need.
like, I'm looking at one right now. It's 50 divs, right? Now, this will probably be my GG helmet. As percentage increase intelligence, as maximum energy shield, as one resist, as 14%, which is perfect, elevated redeemer, mana reservation, and then it has 5% physical hits taken as cold damage, and it has percentage energy shield. That's it. No dead stats at all. It has 360 energy shield on it. Like that's it. Like you can't get nothing better than that. Maybe you can get something with like instead of 11%, you get something with 12%. Yes, or maybe instead of 39 megahertz, it has 45 meg. Yes, but
You're literally fighting over 1%
yeah, yeah,
on
you know what I'm
POG.
saying? Like, but as far as an item is concerned, for me, like that's a be a and that's 50 divs. So that's the kind of upgrades I'm looking at, and the effective change that I would see from my current one to that one isn't something that will be noticeable
Right.
because I'm not dying now. I'm not like I'm not um and I think for those of you listening that you're looking at, well, should, how do I manage and make max it? How do I manage this aspect of it? You should always match your mid maxing to the level of content you're running and the content that you want to run. So you running something now, you're not dying. Okay, so then think about what you want to run, try it, see how what you're struggling in. If you're struggling in damage, if you're struggling in whatever, then that's where you focus your attention when it comes to the mid max and whether or not you need more damage or you need more defenses. Like Coffee said, you need more element immunity, which when it comes to really end game mapping, that's
It's
usually
kind of
like
important.
the cause of death for most people. There's
Being it
some
just
sort of ailment.
randomly taking 50% more damage. Like,
Yeah, like
like
your resistance are covered, everything is covered, but all of a sudden you start bleeding or something ignites you and you just die. No pot in the world is gonna save you.
and it's like sometimes those, this is I feel like the way I've been approaching my builds lately is solving problems as as I find them and pop up and realize like their solution. So like, I realized like I was dying a lot to corrupted blood. I just started noticing whenever it was on the map. You know what I mean? It's just like fuck, dude. I hit a corrupted like fuck. I'm sitting here spamming my enduring flask that has corrupted blood immunity on it. It was just like, wait, well, because I'm gaining so many flash charges, I could just put it on a duration flask. And that didn't cost me too much. That was like 50 C of a problem solve. But sometimes, like ailment immunity, Storm Shroud, 4 divs there, and then you're looking for the 50% jewels so that you don't have to put in 3 of them in your build, and then you're like, well, but I'm running a unique belt, so I can't have a Stygian vise, so I have, those certain problems will spiral way out of the purview of the original scope of the problem, but it always leaves you with a really solid thing at the end when you solve that problem.
Yeah, and
So
as I
that
look at these items, I'm thinking to myself like, how did I get this? But I realize, oh, cool. So this item costs 50 divs to buy here, but in reality, what they did was just get a base. They got a Redeemer orb. They got a Hunter's orb. They used the what's the other one that combines the items? Um,
Awakener.
Awakener orb. And they got the two mods that they were looking for from the Hunter, Elevated Hunter, and then the Elevated Redeemer. That's pretty much what they did. Now this person is specifically got lucky with a secondary Redeemer or mod.
Or
Not
he
just
recommed.
one.
Or he recommed. Because recombinators.
Based on the names of these stats, it's possible that he recom, but that's a risky to recom on elevated Hunter and Redeemer. It's usually probably easier to use an Awaken Orb and just smash them together.
Uh, Not really. Because in certain aspects, like when you do those things right, so say, I don't know, it depends. You'd have to actually, every craft and what you're looking for is actually different. There's actually some that are better to do recombinations. I haven't seen the piece, but my thing is from what I've seen, a lot of giga pieces usually just end up from recombinating and getting very minimally lucky. So like the video I showed you earlier, the
Hmm.
dude basically lowered his like huge requirements for 4 different mods. he broke it down into two bases. He only needed two mods per base. That's really easy. Fucking boom, alt spam. You get what you want. You take them, you mash them together. Boom, you have a rare. It's sometime I think he had worked it out to where it was like a 1 in 3 that the recombinator works on that stage. Boom, he has a nice little thing there. He now needs to make another one with a slightly different set of mods, or suffix is completed, and then another probably like a 1 in 5 to hit that again. And sometimes they fail, sometimes they don't. So when you see these giga pieces that would be super good, but there's like one imperfect thing on it, that's usually what happens. Just be like, oh well, I don't want to use this one, so I'll just sell it. Like, I don't know. Like, it's crazy. I've seen some crazy shit when it comes to crafting, and the level of luck that I've seen from some of these crafting videos is actually insane. Like, every time I've tried to hit a 1 in 3 and then a 1 in 5 and then a 1 in 8, it always loses.
Yeah.
Always loses. I just delete bases. Like, but also I don't play the as much crafting time as they do either, so I haven't deleted as many bases as they had, and those types of things. So it's interesting. It's an interesting thing of a way of looking at it. Make sure you check out different like videos of different types of crafting. Mixing and matching might just be the easiest thing for you to do. If you're working on a piece that, say, like, you have boots, right, and they're rare boots, and you're like, I need the triple resist guaranteed. It's a non-starter. You get your set of boots, you use the Eldritch Embers on them to get I think it's the Searing Exarch Dominant, and then from there you can use Eldritch Chaos just to roll your prefixes.
Question of
you know
I'm thinking about it here. Uh, Question about the recombinator. Do you have to match item levels, or does it
No,
average it out?
it won't average it. It'll choose.
Hmm, one or the other item level.
Yeah.
Hmm,
So
okay.
it's usually best to use two of the same item level if you're looking for something kind of specific, or if you're trying to roll on it after. So if the recombinating that you're doing is, say, stage 3 out of a 5 stage thing, then yeah.
Okay.
You want to match up their bases. Or throwing different bases, things, like, for instance, if you've ever seen an armor piece, armor 100% armor base with suppress on it, that was done through recombination, because they cannot naturally roll suppress on armor bases. You have to recombinate an evasion base onto a an armor base. Evasion ES or evasion armor, one of the two, doesn't matter. But as long as it has evasion, it can naturally roll it. But so if you roll it and you throw it on there, yeah, that's how you have to get those. Not sure if that's useful information or not. I also don't know if I'm rambling. Are we rambling? Is it time to ask for a button and go?
No, 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 no. It's fine. What I was gonna ask was about what are the next steps for the at this point you got a headhunter. It's safe to assume that being able to push higher envelopes of content is possible.
Yep.
But the question is what?
I'll probably be attempting after I level. When I get to 99, I'll start attempting some T17s and see if I can brute force through some of those with damage. Because then when I get to the boss room, I'll have a headhunter mods.
Okay.
So that might help. It might help a lot. It might not help at all. So who knows?
And which boss are you planning or considering, I should say?
I'm thinking, for personal, like, if you're with me, then it's definitely A bomb. If I'm alone, I think I'm gonna try the Lycia fight,
Okay.
because if I'm willing to drop golems, I could actually use her one of her skill things. But I'd have to be willing to drop golems. I'm using 4 of them, so I'd have to be able to drop my crit golem and my fire golem. which is just which is damage because I need ice golem. Wait, yeah, yeah. I need no. I'd have to drop my ice golem and my fire golem. I need my stone golem and I need my lightning golem. But if I do that, hold up, I can't remember what the actual mod is called. The Lycia bloodline. Ah, wait. Is this the right thing? Yeah. Okay. So I would stop running Wrath and I would start running Zealotry, and then I would be creating Profane Ground.
Mm, okay.
Mhm.
Would that
So
mean you'd
it
be
would
converting to chaos damage?
I would be converting a fair amount to chaos damage, yes. But I'm already, because I swapped out my chest for an incandescent heart, I'm already not necessarily converting elemental damage to chaos damage, but I'm gaining extra damage as extra chaos damage. So it's not a far stretch from what I'm currently doing to be able to like mesh well.
That's
But yeah,
okay. All right. Well, I mean, we have a clear, I guess, direction. Um,
I'd also like to find a way to get reckless defense back on my build. Block chance is really nice. I could probably do that by just replacing one of the. Never mind. Nope. Gotta have a different idea for replacing that. But yeah, lots of
it's
stuff to do.
probably more. You probably need more level. No.
Money. I need more
What would
money.
happen? Just a train of a thought, a thought experiment. If they increase the levels of maximum levels,
Oh my god. Do you know? Oh my
or a way
god.
to get
Don't
more
even.
Atlas Street points. Maybe not levels, but maybe a way to get more Atlas points. I'm not Atlas points. Sorry, more skill points. That would probably break a lot of the game.
It breaks the game. Yeah. Oh shit. Sorry.
That's fine.
I'm convinced. I am convinced that whoever makes the passive tree for GGG is like a math major. Because sometimes getting certain shit just seems just so barely not feasible. If I had another 3 points, dude, I'd be able to gain like 20% damage. Not even like, not even like 20%, like this skill does 20% increase that. No, just 20% more damage. But I can't because I can't drop certain shit. My build stops functioning right.
Interesting. But yeah,
But
I want like
fun.
I wonder what the butter zone would be if it was like it'd be like 1
100 and
point.
you'd get like 2 more points. If you that I if I had 2 more points, I don't think I'd be able to break anything. I'd be able to get
You
stronger
may not be
and
able to
it would
break anything, but
somebody would.
somebody would
Yeah. I wouldn't
for
be like
sure.
I'm but that's my whole thing. Like of someone of my particular skill level, I don't think I'd be able to break anything with two more points. I'm pretty sure with 3 points I could break it.
Come on, give me 2 more
Yeah.
points. Come
Just give me 2 more points. Like, but I am pretty sure I couldn't. Like with three, I'd need three. Like I can get a little something for two. Don't get me wrong. I could absolutely squeeze something out of two.
Oh, I just
Either
realized
one
I could
more
drop vitality.
mastery or yeah. Wait, no, you're using Zealot's Oath.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I had to think about that shit.
uh,
Oh,
I'm like,
but
wait, why
yeah,
am I
like
writing
a
this? I don't
couple.
need to run this shit.
It's like a free caster mastery and an extra like you know power charge duration would be nice. Like that would be pretty cool. like free caster mastery. Boom, there you go.
I think I've said this several times, but I can feel. I haven't done the I haven't ran the numbers, and maybe I should. Maybe after we end this episode, I'll run the numbers real quick of how close am I to being able to run an additional aura. But it feels like an unlimited amount of cunt hairs, which means I can either be three cunt hairs away, or I'm just like miles worth of cunt hairs away from being
Like
able
you
to
have
run this
no
event.
idea.
Like, but it feels really close.
It's like I
So that's
feel like I
just
could do it soon, but
it's
that
like
might
I
just
don't
be me
know, man.
coping.
Fuck. But um, but yeah, I think that's it. Last question,
I'm gonna just
which
pay for your
was asked
spoilers.
by Alex, to give him proper credit. It was something he really asked us that was really profound, and I felt like, oh man, we should mention this in the podcast. Is with the recent announcement of the content reveal for Path 2, that they've said it's gonna be first week of December, I believe it was, which they're gonna reveal. So Path 2's new content will be sometime in, I guess, December, I believe, right? I'm not sure. I don't think they revealed the date yet,
I
but
didn't. Yeah, I don't
it's
know.
usually like a week or two after the content reveal. Um,
The moment
what
I
a,
see that it's PoE2, I stop paying it. I stop reading the post.
the question that Alex asked was, what is it? What would it take for you to even consider going back to Path One? I mean,
It's
going and trying
actually
Path Two.
it's actually really, really, really simple, right? There's three things. One, add something to endgame that just feels like more than an infinite map of nothing. Thanks. Uh, Two, you bring all of my portal effects into the game. Three, you bring my hideouts into the goddamn game. I want my MTX. You promised me all my MTX would be able to transfer over. I want like one of the things that I was really, really excited for when this game started coming out was the simple fact that they were like, "Don't worry, guys, your MTX are safe." It's like, yes, fuck yeah! It's a new engine, and I've always gave Path of Exile 2 credit. It's beautiful. The MTX I did have in that game is beautiful. It looks so good on the new engine. I will give it that. Looks great. I want the rest of my stuff. You promised all. Not some. And then in the last couple fucking releases, I haven't heard or seen any new things. My hand portals still not in the game. No Illuminati portals for me. My cosmic turtle hideout, I not in the game. It's just no, no. I want my hideouts. I want I want my MTX. That to me, that's more important than you guys reworking the end game.
For me, I need to see a further decrease of size of maps. So I'm
Mm,
looking at another 30, maybe 40% decrease in the size of maps. That may make me curious. I'm not too worried about the microtransactions since I'm not a big microtransaction kind of person. The end game, I want to see a complete overhaul of that end game system. Um, Kind of how they've done it to Path 1. I don't think I'm going to see it in this recent patch or expansion. I don't see I don't think we're going to see it there. If anything, we might see it during release sometime next year. Um, or maybe it releases Christmas. Who knows? Who knows? Um, but I'm not holding my breath. But that's probably when most likely we'll see that subtle change. Um, that's it for me. The builds all, uh, I guess more build diversity. I guess. I feel like the metas
yeah.
right now are very lopsided to ailment,
Monk.
but it right,
That's
yes,
just me. I know.
monk,
I'm being salty.
bec- monk, but also its ailments, freeze. Like it most of the builds scale ailments as a amplifier of damage. It's there's not much of anything else that's viable. There's a few
Yeah, that makes sense.
lightning builds that are, but again, ailment shock. So I don't know. I haven't seen bleed to be useful. Probably because they don't have access. Probably because melees are not in a space where. It's funny how they took so many like after all of the progress they made in Path One with melees, and they still struggle. They still struggle. I mean, I don't think the game is anywhere near melee friendly, but it has gotten better. With a lot of the changes they've made in the last couple of years, and then to go to Path Two, how much worse it got instantly. It's almost like they forgot all of the
It's
progress
skill.
they made for melee players, and it's just like now, granted, like you said, Monk is the number one damage dealer. He's melee, but and
Because he
maybe I'm
has a
just
movement
bitching,
skill.
but
He's one of the only. No, no, he has a movement skill. He has the palm.
yeah,
It's a dash into a fucking hit. It's one of the only movement skills in the game. It makes Monk infinitely more playable than anything else in that game.
yeah, and it still feels it doesn't Path 2 doesn't feel like Path because it doesn't have the versatility of Path where I can choose to make a monk style Pathfinder or a monk style mercenary. Like
Yeah.
it feels like a monk has to be a monk and a mercenary has to be a mercenary. It doesn't feel like I can crisscross builds.
Yeah.
And I
It's
don't
like when
know how to
you
I don't know how to resolve that and what they would need to resolve that, but
it's one of those things where it's really hard to resolve that just out of the simple fact of how do you replicate, for instance, right? Like Path of Exile. Dude, you can make a bow minion build. What? What? You're an archer. What do you mean? Bullshit. No, I summon minions, bitch. Like, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Opening the passive tree up in that fashion to where it's just like, yo, if you want to invest half your fucking tree to travel through the fucking other thing, do it. You want to fucking be a ranger that wields axes, figure out a way to get some strength on that bitch, and you can. I don't like how restrictive Path of Exile 2 is. I play Path of Exile 1 because it gives me the freedom of playing a build that I want to play, how I want to play it. Solve my issues, how with any of the fucking little things that they added to the game, and I can just fucking solve issues how I feel like it. It's Path of Exile 1 is a game where you can make a build. Path of Exile 2 is a game where developers make builds and then let you choose.
sorry. I was
Sorry,
trying to take a swig.
I
And then you pause. I was like, oh shit.
it was just,
um,
I could only run
no,
for
no,
so
no.
long
You're
before I start
absolutely
feeling
right.
like I'm being.
I think you're absolutely right. I think that they had in their minds they had a few cookie cutter builds that they really wanted to shepherd people into, and I mean let's call it what it is. This early access is just a beta.
Yeah, but
It
to
gives
be
them an
honest, that's the
extended
other
amount of
reason.
time. One, to make money. Two, to work out kinks. And three, to really test bench the capabilities of the game and to modify it and to do that. I don't think I'm interested in until they fix that. I don't think I'm interested in supporting the project up until this point. I've made it. I made statements in the past, and I don't know if I made them on recording and stuff like that. But the days of me supporting early access games is pretty much over. Like I've been supporting early access games for for the last 10 years. And I don't feel like I
Yeah.
ever gotten my money's worth. Maybe once or twice I've gotten my money's worth. Um, but oftentimes it never works out because I would have to wait 5, 6, 7 years of development of that game in order for it to reach a point in which it's like, oh, the game is at a solid point. By that point, I already played 400 or 500 hours of the game because I had to play it every time they release a new goddamn content.
Yeah.
Like, can you just release the game when it's ready? I'll play it when it's ready and then move
When it's
on. Like
ready.
I don't want to
Yeah.
have to then keep a game in my library for the next 10 years because you're still working on it.
Well, it's one of those things where how do I express like this thought? People keep buying it and developers keep getting away with it and they give you less and less every time.
Well, yeah.
And it's not only that, but then they use the fact that it's in alpha or whatever, pre-release or whatever the fuck you want to call it, as an excuse for why the game fucking sucks dick. And it's so you're telling me that you want me to play this, you want me to pay for shit in this, you want me to put my time in this and bug test for you, but yet you don't want me to be critical of the game because it's just an alpha. Then fucking don't release it. Wait until it's done, put it out, and then I'll fucking rip it to shreds because I feel that the game is going to be shit regardless. I feel that you guys are just working with the wrong rubric. Y'all have prioritized dumb shit in that game.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong. Make it, let it come to 1.0 and it's amazing. Prove me wrong.
No, I,
It's like I'm
I
tired of
agree.
them
Like
making this excuse.
I I'm completely like over the fact that it's just it's having to play a game over a span of 60 hours to experience it to and then after the fact after a year or two of it being out they'd be like, hey, listen, we got new content expansion pack, like about 30 more hours of gameplay in it, check it out, buy it, 10, $15, boom. All right, cool. A game like Path, slightly different, it's free to play, and they do contents every what 3 4 times a year. So you support the game because of that purpose. Fine. But when you have to buy a game, it's an early access. Then it takes them another 5 to 6, 7, 10 years to develop it. It's just too much. It's becoming too much. And I think the reason why it's becoming too much for me is that the time sink into these things are no longer years. It's decades now.
Yeah.
Like, maybe we shouldn't mention them, but the game 7 Days to Die, created by the developers, the Fun Pimps, have been milking one game for the past 15 years. As far as the development, as far as what they're releasing, as far as like, I don't know how they're paying their bills at this point. I don't know who's still buying this game. Um, the fact that this game is still being developed is like, why? Now, granted, this is a free country. You can do whatever you want. You want to work on one game for the rest of your life? Fine. But as a player, how much time investment should I dedicate to a game after I've
It's
already
never done.
played thousands of hours into it? Like, at what point does the development stops and it completes the game? It's like, okay, this is the completed game. Now,
Yeah.
again, a game like Path is a little different because a game like Path is evolving, but it's the correct term? Evolving. It's an evolving
Yeah.
game. It's constantly changing. So part of the attraction of coming back to play it is to see what has changed. In 3 months, it's going to change again. And some elements stay the same, some elements will completely change, and you have to adapt around that and work around that. But a lot of other games are static. they're not changing. The missions are the same, the voiceovers are the same, everything else is the same.
Yeah,
So it yeah.
not
So
enough. You have to have enough happening to justify you continuing the development and people paying for your game. As a matter of fact, I think this issue just came up with fucking Bethesda, right? They just released basically the same $4 copy of fucking Fallout and then
oh
are charging people like
yes,
$60 for that shit because they
oh
said
my
that they put
god,
so. Oh
the
my god, dude,
what's it
disgusting.
called? Wait, fuck,
It's
which
fall.
game?
It's like the anniversary edition or
Yeah,
some shit.
yeah, an anniversary or some shit of Fallout 4. I'm like, what?
And it's like if you have the version of it on your Steam, the new DLC is like $40. But if you're
Insane,
buying it, they make you pay $20 for the base game.
insane, insane.
Meanwhile, the same exact version of the game, like with barely anything else on it, was like put on sale for like $4 not too long ago. Like
Yeah, game's been out for like 10 years, right? Like I feel like
not not to mention, sorry, I hate to interrupt, but
yeah.
not to fucking mention, they just released another patch for it a little bit earlier to brick everybody's mods
Oh
so
yeah,
that
no,
they
I
can
remember
sell
because
you mods.
I was playing with mods, and they released that update and it screwed everything up, and I was like, well, that's it for that bullshit, and I uninstalled.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was playing Fallout London, which is fun as fuck by the way. Super cool little project. Fucking yep. New update brick that. Thanks.
And they refused to offer any like any support, any way to uninstall, like nothing. It was just like figure it out
No,
on
you
your
have to
own.
like mod. Yeah, you have to like mod the rollback or some shit, dude.
Yeah,
It's fucking awful.
I didn't feel like going all that. I was like, fuck. I just uninstalled it. I was like, well, so much for that. I was playing
Yeah, that's
Far
dumb.
Harbor. I was looking at some. It's just
Like, and I regularly go back to fucking what do you call it? Cyberpunk. I
I will
figured it
say
out.
this:
Uh-huh.
they're not that game is not in still in development.
No, it's done.
It's been
It's
done.
a full
It's
it's a full
been
out
done.
game now, yeah.
They just been kind of like polishing it up,
Yeah.
and
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 some
now recently
DLC,
new
dude.
content.
The Phantom Liberty DLC, dude, it's actually worthy of being called its own game. That shit was a, oh my god, dude, it's actually fantastic. Like it's a good game now. Like I understand that its launch was
Yeah,
capital A awful. The worst. I have never seen something more fucking cringe in my life. It was like, y'all dropped the bag. Everybody was excited for this. I saw like no haters. And then it came out and it was oh god. But dude, how many free patches? How many free like things did they do to make sure that that game ran? And it now, dude, every time I've played it since, it runs flawless. Granted, I started playing it a lot more after the Phantom Liberty DLC. Oh, buttery smooth on my system. I'm getting the frames I deserve. The game's combat system is fucking fun. It's sad that game satisfies an itch that no other game can, which is why I go back to it every now and again. And
yeah, it's a
then I
solid
mod it.
game,
It's a solid game now, dude. Oh, I can't wait
and
for the next thing they come out with.
like even when it first released, and I played it and I beat it like I've already beat it like 4 or 5 times at this point. But
It's
even when
good.
it first released, the story was still pretty fucking good.
Pretty good. I
Like
liked
a lot
Jackie.
of it was pretty good. The jankiness was like my opinion is their inexperience of doing these type of games.
Yeah.
They weren't like, oh, we didn't think that was gonna be a thing. So they had to go in and then
One-shotting
kind of
pistols.
like like when you make when you're trying to make a GTA game like this, where you have to feel like the game is alive on its own,
You have to,
independent of the
yeah,
player.
because players will play the game in every way except for the game that you want, or the way that you want them to.
Yeah, and I think they were just not ready for that. And then they've I've shit on CD Projekt because I bought into the hype and I was one of the critics. But since then they've already said that they want to release a new one. They've already said that
Yep.
they're already working on the new Cyberpunk game. They will take the lessons they learned for this one to really make the next one. And
Get the game
I'm
good.
stoked for that one
I am stoked. I
because
am super happy.
even when I looked at their progression for Witcher, their Witcher games got better and better and better. So if their track record is what they is, my hopes and dreams is that they really hit a stride on the second Cyberpunk game. A little more freedom, a little more maybe going into buildings more often, like really fucking go ham on the freedom aspect of sandbox options.
Yeah.
Um,
As a matter of fact, I know this is gonna sound funny. It's shit, dude. It's probably gonna come out before GTA 6.
I mean, well, yeah, they just got pushed back. Yeah, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I
bro.
forgot about that. But they haven't made an announcement yet. We haven't seen any
Hey,
trailers, so
dog,
I
it's
don't
gonna be
think
another
so.
30 years.
I don't think so. But yeah,
I know. I'm
GTA
just
6 has been
playing,
in development for fucking ages. But GTA 6, GTA has a brand, bro.
bro.
GTA,
GTA
it's hard to take away
vibes.
that brand from them. That's a that's
Yeah.
a that's a impeccable brand. That's the what's the craziest looking car out there? That's like I don't know shit about cars as much as I think I do. The Bentley of fucking sandbox games. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna
Yeah.
cost you a grip, but you gonna feel nice in that car. It's gonna feel nice. I would have to say
All of their cities
Rockstar.
feel alive for the time.
Yeah, Rockstar. I don't think has ever really dropped the ball when it comes to
No, they're
GTA.
just like dirty.
They're dirty. Yeah, they're dirty, but they don't drop
They're
the ball
dirty.
with that
But
fucking
they know
game.
what they have. That's what it is. They know what they have. They're like, don't worry.
So if
You
they're
want
pushing the
this
game back, it's
bullshit?
because it's something serious. They're like, no, 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 we
Yeah.
cannot have that. No,
You'll
no.
have like glitches and shit inside the game and things of that nature, but the game will function.
And you'll have tremendous fun with that fucking glitch.
Yeah.
You won't even fucking care. Like, oh my god, I don't even care. I can't even see my head. I don't care. So yeah, it's they've built that brand over the last 20 years with all the GTA games that they've had. So they built upon it. So they deserve it. Whether or not they'll continue, I seen the trailers. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm getting. I think I'm reaching that boomer age. I'm just kind of like cringing. Like, okay, this feels a little TikTok-ish, but okay.
But you got to remember, we're not the target audiences no more.
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately,
Your son is now the target
we're
audience.
we're going to go into a boomer rant now.
It's we're look at people. If you don't know,
Back
we're
in
old.
my day.
I don't hate any of the new shit. I just don't understand it. I'll admit it. I'm just old. Like, but the thing is like when we were young, our fucking parents and fucking elders didn't understand us either. Like, this is just kind of something that fucking happens. So like, I don't fear it. It'll come out with something interesting. Look at the video games that came out of that shit, dude. My mom grew up with fucking Pac-Man. Like,
Word.
it's just like, dude, fucking, hey, yo, y'all come out with some crazy shit, do some fucking cool stuff. Just just remember that like, other people have to play these games too, and just leave a reference in there for us. Go look up some random 90s fucking cartoon and be like, all right, make a reference to that for all the boomers. Dude, we'll be so appreciative in a game that we don't understand where the literally everything just feels like it's moving a million miles per hour. They'll be like, oh my god, fucking pogs. Oh my god, you remember pogs? Dude, we'll sit there and
Pogs.
fucking boomer out for 30 minutes, like easily. Do you remember pogs, bro?
This damn
Please
terms
tell
like
me.
it's hard, so hard to keep up. So hard to
You
keep
don't
up.
remember Pogs? No, the little fucking cardboard circles that had like little images on them that you turned into a game. You don't. Oh my god,
The
dude.
fuck?
I guess that just, dude. I guess that just wasn't a thing on the East Coast. I'm sorry. Hold up. Let me look into this,
Cardboard. Maybe it was. I just maybe I'm not. It's not connecting in my brain. Um.
bruh. I like this right here is like my childhood. Hold up. I'm literally about to send you a message. I just have to find you in Discord. I'm lost. I'm so fucking like nostalgia boomed right now. I'm lost on the computer. Oh my god. This these these are Pogs.
Hold on. Let me let's open this up. Let's open this up.
I I fucking love Pogs, bro. In school, we used to play this for keeps. Like you would get these Pogs, and then you would go and play people and try to keep their Pogs. Like our school had to make like rules
Images.
against this shit.
So how do you play this?
Okay, so you have these Pogs, right? So these are just all they're there.
They're like bottle
You
caps, but not
have
really.
right, but they're made of like cardboard. You had special pogs that were thick and made of like different materials. So if you were like, like an expensive kid, you'd have like a pog made of like a fucking aluminum. And the goal was to take your slammer, that's what they called the big pog, and you would slam it on top of someone else's pog. And if that pog flipped over, you got to keep the pog. And you did that based on like a set. Like so you would both agree, be like, all right, we're playing for 15 pogs,
This
and you
was
would lay your
gambling,
pogs
bro.
down. It was!
This is
It was
gambling.
but it was like it
No,
was
no, no,
so
no. Look at
fun.
this photo.
And
I just
I
want to look
loved
at
it,
this.
bro. Pogs were the shit.
I'm just gonna share this photo in Discord. This is as I'm looking through images of Pogs. Look what I get.
I love pogs. I
That's
love pogs,
gambling,
bro.
bro.
Bro, I used to have a backpack of fucking pogs, dog. Fucking
Ow.
oh my god. So you'd sit there and you'd slam them, and like if you flipped them, you got to keep some sparks. And like, dude, this shit, dude, this took over. I can't remember if it was my elementary school or my middle school. I can't remember. I literally can't remember. I think it was my fucking
What does that
elementary
stand
school.
for? Just Pog? This
It was
something?
that's what they were called. They
Oh
were
my
called
god.
Pogs. Like I think it was like the name brand of like the most popular one. Like you had, of course, you had like, dude, like people like had like off-brand fucking Pogs, but you would like people would like take real Pogs more serious. It's just like anything that kids had. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, you'd always have like the Japanese Pokemon cards, but no one gave a shit about the Japanese Pokemon cards. Fuck off. It's not a real holographic Charizard.
Get the
Yeah,
bootlegs.
yeah, yeah.
You
But
can't play
throwing in
bootleg.
reference
You
like
can't
these,
play with
bro,
us. You keep playing got bootlegs Pokemon cards.
hell yeah, bro. Like, but like you throw like a reference like this, dog, and just like this, just like the mention of this threw us down like a rabbit hole. We'll be happy for fucking like hours. Like, yeah,
Let's go ahead and land this plane. We're
yeah, yeah.
fucking
I'm sorry.
way the fuck out of pocket right now. Uh,
Talk about fucking Pogs and POE. That's what the name of this episode I want. I made it. I'm making an executive decision, please. Thank you.
Pogs and
I love
PoE. All right. All right. Fine. Figure. Fine. 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 Like always, uh, subscribe to support us. It doesn't cost you anything. Helps us a lot. It helps us immensely. Grow the
True,
channel.
true.
Let us know you're listening. Let us know that you are paying attention. Um, check us out on our YouTube channel as well for video content. We try to post anything that spectacular happens, any shorts, anything that
Yo,
happens
actually,
during
side
that
note,
time
what's
of
the best thing you've dropped this league?
hmm?
Not you, but our fan. I have a question for the fans. What's the best thing you've dropped this league? Let
Oh,
us know in the comments.
what is the best thing that's
I'm
dropped?
actually curious. I'm wondering which one of you
Raw,
guys dropped
raw,
this
or
fall
just in general, like cash? What do you mean?
raw.
Raw.
Like I
Okay.
want I like just like a raw drop either from like a strong box or a monster or like a loot tile, something like that. Just something that like didn't come from like like what is her name? Gwenin gambling or Tujin gambling or something like that. You know what I mean? I want to see like raw ass like boom. Yeah, I was in this map and I dropped my mage blood. Like tell me.
Damn.
Share.
Um. Yeah. Drop it in the comments. Let us know. Also, if you want us to cover anything, if you have any questions about anything we're doing, anything that we're working on, anything you want us to explore, ask, or want our opinions on, feel free to drop it in the comments. We'll take a look at it. We'll consider, try to find some answers, and then come on and discuss it. Until
Yep.
then, see you in the next one. See
Good
you.
night.